Hey guys, just wanted to come on here and say that you'll notice the title change in our podcast name. It is now called Tech It or Leave It. We're so excited to be bringing you the world's best emerging tech podcast hosted by these wonderful people, myself, Lana Magzumi.
And me, Yusuf.
Anyways, we hope you enjoyed this episode and the more to come. See y'all. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Hi everyone, and welcome to our episode of Not Another Token, powered by Luna PR. I'm your co-host, Lana Makhzoumi.
And I am Yusuf Al-Alami.
Not Another Token is the number one Web3 podcast in the world.
Yeah.
Isn't it, Yusuf?
Yeah. Why not?
We haven't just claimed that it actually is.
It actually is.
So today, guys, we have...
Only Web3
It's
Yeah.
Probably. We're going to side check that. But guys, we are so excited today because we have a very special guest. And I'm not just saying that because she's our boss. Yusuf, take it away.
So today we have on our lovely boss and founder and CEO of Luna PR, Luna Media Corporation, Luna Foundation, Cointelegraph MENA, Byteline, and a few others that I'm missing.
Studio 36.
Please put your hands together for Nikita Sachdev.
Woo!
Nikita, thanks for coming on today.
Thank you for
You
having
are our
me.
first guest.
Thank you for being here.
So we're going to get into some tea today. I don't know. Do you want to kick us off with the first
Yeah,
question?
I mean, well, we know obviously a little bit about you. For those who don't know, who are our listeners and audience members, you were born in Hong Kong. You're Indian, American. What up, Texas? That was like the first thing we bonded on, I think, in our interview. I swear to God. She was like, I'm from Texas. I'm like, so am I. Yes.
Because every
Represent.
American in this company is from Texas.
That's what's wild, by the way. It's so wild. Like, I mean, it is like a massive state, so like
Right.
makes sense.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I mean, that we like really bonded and connected on that. But I know you have a background in biochemistry.
In chemistry.
In chemistry. I'm guessing that's wild. Like how we went from chemistry to Web3. Can you kind of take us through that journey of how Luna was founded and how you kind of went from a completely different background to starting a PR agency?
Sure, yeah. So I did my bachelor's in chemistry at UT Austin.
Woohoo, Longhorns!
I'm so glad you know that.
Of course. My mom actually went to UT, that's why.
No
yeah,
way.
yeah,
It's a
UT.
different language to me.
I know, by the way.
Just do this.
Just do it. Longhorns, let's
Yeah.
go.
It's a gang sign. I got hit on that.
And my parents being Indian, all my sisters and I were forced to become doctors.
As
And
you do.
so I studied chemistry pre-med to become a doctor. And eventually, by the time I graduated with my undergrad, I was like, I don't want to become a doctor. So
Fair.
I basically just kind of wanted to do a degree in business. And my dad just made a deal with me that I had to pay for my second degree. And when we were my dad had moved to Singapore at the time, and I was looking for part-time jobs in Singapore, and it just wasn't a thing. Like in America,
It's
it
not
was,
a thing,
Yeah, it was like part of the culture. Like
Yeah.
you work as a cashier or you work at the grocery store
Or
while
like
you're
Forever
in
21,
college. Yeah,
Express.
it's like normal,
Yeah,
right?
it's part of the vibe, the
Yeah.
culture. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. I worked at Marshall's.
You worked
Yeah.
at Marshall's? Oh my God, I love
Yeah.
that. I actually was a teaching assistant.
No way.
Yeah.
That's
I gotta
awesome.
earn that like extra. But it's part of the culture, like you said, like
Yeah,
the
it
hustle.
teaches you hustle.
Agreed,
It's so good.
agreed,
Like
yeah.
I feel like every country should
Yeah.
have that.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
just-
yeah.
In Singapore, it was like, oh, you're working at a grocery store, like you are.
Yeah, it's
like,
considered.
you're
It's
really
considered.
struggling.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
When there, it's kind of just part of the culture of like work hard.
Yeah, exactly. So when I moved to Singapore, I wasn't getting any part-time job, and the part-time jobs were also paying like $3 an hour. Like it was
Wow.
bad.
Wow.
So I just started looking for ways to pay off my tuition. And I started getting jobs as like flyer distributors or perfume sample distributors that were paying above average. And I was in a mall one day and I got scouted. Someone asked me if I wanted to be on the box of a Japanese hair dye.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Wait, that's
because
wild.
yeah, because get this, because they couldn't, and I'm not Caucasian, but this is what they said to me. They were like, we need Caucasians with black hair for this Japanese hair dye. And we're in Asia and we can only find Asians with black hair. We can't find Caucasians with black hair.
Stop.
Yeah. So do you wanna try out? So I was like, sure. And I
You're
went
like,
to this
whatever, let's
casting.
do it.
I
Let's
know.
lie. Yeah.
And I got the job. It paid $5,000 for 20 minutes. For 20 minutes, I went to a studio. I sat on a stool they like took some photos. Some Japanese like artist came in like, and next thing you know, I was like on this Japanese hair dye box, completely photoshopped, like skin tone was like really white with like dark hair, and I got $5,000 for that shoot. And then I was like, wait, I need to find more gigs like this.
Yeah.
So that was called commercial modeling. And I did that for 10 years. I did that for a really long time afterwards. I did ads for Singapore Airlines. I was still on the.
I need to find these YouTube videos.
Yeah.
No. I need to find these YouTube videos.
I know. I have hilarious ones.
You're
I
still
hope
on
you
the
never.
Singapore Airlines.
I'm still on
Yeah.
Singapore
Like
Airlines.
if you go on Singapore Airlines,
Yeah, you'll find Nikki.
And get
Yeah.
this, I'm sitting on a first class seat, and I was in economy when we were traveling last time with Morale, and I went to the stewardess. I was like, "Hey, that's me," and she was like, "Okay, sure." I was like, "No, I swear,"
sure, honey.
Yeah.
because I looked so different.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
She was like, "I was like, I swear that's me." But yeah. Long story short, I started doing that, and then I started hustling more because they were like, oh, we need a Caucasian with blonde hair, or we need a Pan Asian, or we need a 5-year-old kid, and we need a grandmother. And I was like kind of super well connected and social. So I was like scouting all these people. I even scouted my dad for a couple of ads. My dad did a ton of campaigns. He was like, he was well known
Mr.
for a while. He was on a massive, he was like on all the double-decker buses in Singapore. People were like coming up to him being like, hey, you're the guy from the bus. And he'd be like, yep. So it was crazy. Like I did a lot of these kind of campaigns. So that led me to start a talent management company. And we were managing like 2,000 talents, 2,000 models. We became one of the largest modeling agencies in Singapore.
Wow.
Yeah. And then after that, we expanded to advertising. We started doing corporate videos because we had the talents. And the first corporate video we did was for a crypto company in ICO in 2017. And we went to the shoot and we had a script, and it was like, blah, 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 blockchain, da-da-da, crypto, ICO. And I was like, what is this language? And that's when the CEO told me, you don't know Bitcoin? If you invested $100 today, you'd have $1 million. And I was like, that's it. I'm sold. Yeah. And then I just went home and I bought Bitcoin, and that was like my crypto journey.
Wow. Yeah. I have a question. During your talent management agency days, did you yourself have like a social media platform? Like, did you kind of see the value in like publicity and PR? Because if you're doing it for yourself, you kind of see, and you're doing it for talent, you kind of see the value in doing PR for yourself. So did you kind of have that as well? Like for yourself, you had a social media presence before actually getting into PR?
Always. I was always my own brand. Like no matter what I was doing, when I started this commercial modeling, that I knew that people were looking at your Instagram to kind of get more than your portfolio, because photos are often photoshopped or they're not like reflective. People wanted to see how you actually look like more casually on social media. So I knew that a lot of potential clients were going on my social media. So I was constantly posting. And during that time, we were kind of switching from models to influencers. Like so more and more companies wanted influencers or models with influence rather than just models. And that's why there were so many modeling agencies that were kind of running out of business, because this new type of talent started emerging, talent with following, talent with
like presence,
influence,
like digital presence as well.
Like that's hitting two birds with one stone. Now not only are you getting your talent, but you're getting free advertising with your talent. Yeah. So I was aware of that, so I started posting. I mean, I was like religious about posting. Every day I would go out. I mean, Philip, my husband now, Philip, boyfriend back then, started getting so irritated with me, because everywhere we'd go, it would be like, photo shoot here, photo shoot here, photo shoot here. Get me drinking my coffee. Get me climbing and hiking this mountain. Get me, like, it was just like everywhere I went, it was like photo, 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 photo.
Well, that's how you build your following. And that's how you get the followers and the impressions, the engagement. It's your personal brand.
Exactly.
It
and
really
he
is.
only got it when one day I got asked to be a model for Lux, the soap. Yeah. And they flew me down to Brisbane in Australia, and I flew Philip with me, and I was like, see? And then he's like, okay, this is paying off.
Yeah,
he's like, I'll be your travel buddy.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So I actually have a list here, right? Because that's the story of your start. But now, sitting here today, we have Luna PR, Luna Capital, the Byte Line, as of recent.
Follow, like.
Follow. Cointelegraph Mina, Chief Block, Luna Foundation, Crypto Polo Cup, Studio 36, and I'm probably missing Luna Foundation as well. And I'm probably missing some. By the time this comes out, we might have another few companies under you. What is a day of someone who's involved in so many different companies and the ownership and the founding of so many different companies look like for you now? I mean, we're sitting here a few years later, which probably feels like a lifetime ago now. How do you actually go from one thing like talent management to PR to a publication to a VC and a lot of other things? How do you find the right people to work with, and how do you even get some sleep during the week?
I think the key is organization. I believe that when you want something really bad, you can make the time for it. Like there's no such thing as not having enough time. There's only excuses. So prioritizing is very important, and organization is key. So I'm quite, I try to live by my calendar. I get 8 hours of sleep, or not maybe, I get between 6 to 8 hours of sleep. On the weekends, for sure, I sleep 8 hours. But I've also kind of come to a phase where even if I wanted to sleep more than that, like my body just doesn't allow it. But facts.
Actual facts. Because I try
to sleep in.
I'm like on the weekend, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna sleep in today. Doesn't happen. I'm like, I don't have a workout. Doesn't happen. Our bodies.
I have the opposite problem. Like I oversleep during the week, and in the weekend I'm randomly waking up at 5:30. I'm like, what? How is this?
It's like your body knows. Yeah. It's like your body knows. Like, let's play tricks.
I have a vendetta against my
exactly.
circadian rhythm.
Yeah.
But like organization, I think, is the most important thing. And I think just like it doesn't matter how big your team gets. What's important is that I'm dealing with the directors, and the directors are dealing with the rest of the team. It's very important to have like a good structure in place. And I'm very fortunate to have an excellent team of directors and department heads and managing directors of those companies that can come with me. I can sit with them in an hour and I can know exactly what's happening. Yeah. So it's about the efficiency of the process as well, which is
to be honest, I can vouch for that because I've been working with you for almost 3 years now, and I feel like the type of environment that you promote is that staying in the same place is not enough, right? If we're doing good, that's not good enough. You're forcing people to come up with new ideas. You're pushing them, and you're not only pushing them. Once they come up with a new idea, you just say, go do it. I remember first joining here, and I used to come up with we had these brainstorming sessions back when, our office was probably the size of this room. and I remember, suggesting something. You're like, all right, go do it. I was not used to it. It was like
this podcast.
Yeah, this podcast. Still to this day.
You were saying so many companies. So it's important. So first of all, what we're trying to build here at Luna Media Corp is the synergies of so many companies. So it's not like all random things, but it's rather like creating an ecosystem that works for us. But the only way that this ecosystem is going to work is when you have a strong team of directors and department heads that are able to act as entrepreneurs within the company. This is what I'm constantly trying to foster and create, is an environment of entrepreneurs. If you have an idea, bring it to the table and execute. Because a lot of times that we're seeing that leaders will come in or employees will come in and say, I have an amazing idea, but when it's time to execute, it doesn't happen. So that's where the entrepreneurial spirit comes in, is that you have an idea, you bring it to the table and you can execute. And you're willing to work hard and show that, like, I say this all the time, but proof is in the pudding, right? That if you think something's going to work, execute it and then we'll talk. But a lot of the times we see, like, here's an idea, here's a 10-page deck on why this idea might work, and this is another analysis of the idea. Okay, just do it.
Just do it.
You know?
Yeah.
Nike, just do it.
Just do it. Literally, just do it.
We have these companies today, and all of them are the stories of what has already been successful, of those entrepreneurs that you have pushed to that edge. Some of them didn't start off as entrepreneurs. You really raised some of us, I would say, to that point. But I know that it was not smooth sailing from the start. So let's get into some juice.
Damn, he's just like really excited about the juice, by the way. He's like,
the tea, the juice.
I have Nikki for 40 minutes. I'm going to use it. So I know there's probably some that we can't say, but what is like a client horror story, of which I know most of them, that you could tell us about? Like something that really like bothered you for like a long time.
Well, or like you
Yeah.
learned from.
Yeah.
Like, because like, I mean, I think we've all had client horror stories in
Yeah.
some way or form. Like I definitely have my fair share, but I also learned something from it. Like I didn't have it as like a missed opportunity where this client was blowing up my phone till 5
Yeah.
a.m. every single night. And then for me, I was like, oh, I need to put boundaries
Yeah.
at the beginning, not answer that first text at 5 a.m. and then, it's a trickle
Yeah.
event.
Yeah.
So I always feel like
I
there's a
have so
lesson.
many.
We have so many.
I don't even know where
Yeah.
to start.
I don't know.
I had one client who I trusted. We invested in them, and then they completely cheated me, and they did a migration of tokens, and I lost all the tokens that we ever invested in. So like I
my
learned
God.
there, like don't trust anyone. I've learned. I had a client come in who. I was very open with about the success of our business early on. Client got jealous, started dating one of our directors, poached our directors, started their own agency, stole all my IP. I mean, that's also like a crazy story if you think about it.
You
But
see my
I
jaw right
learned-
now?
I know. I learned from them like strict contracts. Again, don't trust anyone and don't share too much to anybody, and have like systems and processes in place and security in the company. And then, I mean, I've had clients that have degraded my team of executives because we're a majority of women, and they one time asked us, what's your favorite crypto? And then we were like, oh, we like Polkadot. It was like back in the day, Polkadot was doing really well. And they were like, oh, why? Because it sounds cute. And then we were like, no. And then even that same
Meanwhile,
client
I'm
one
like,
time,
Yeah, it kind of does sound cute.
but it was like,
Yeah.
it was like, no, because of the interoperability of the
Right.
da-da-da.
Yeah,
Or
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
And then that same client, like a week later, commented on one of our team members' cleavage on call. Because like her top was like just a bit low, like it wasn't nothing like revealing. It was just like
Yeah, like,
it was just a little bit, but they were like, oh, nice cleavage. We were like, what the heck? Like it
my
was so
God.
bad. So I've had
Yeah.
a lot of horror stories with clients, but you learn something from
Of
all of
course.
them. And I think also as a startup, like you just want to take on any client because you're thinking of like business revenue. But now fortunately we're in a position where we can turn away some of like the crazier clients and kind of work with more professionals.
Which, by the way, I don't want to blow smoke here, but that's something that I genuinely respect. Because right now, even in this building, there are companies that don't do that. There are companies that say like they pay the bill, screw our employees, they should get the job done, and that's something that's rare a lot of the time, right? Like especially over here in this side of the world.
Agreed.
And that's something I totally respect. I want to have a few more questions, but I feel like
I actually
have.
have one question that
Yeah.
just sparked. I didn't even plan it, but as a female in the Web3 space, as someone who started in 2017, which probably there weren't a lot of females, probably a male-dominated industry. Now I think we're moving in a direction where there are more females that are becoming industry leaders. How have you felt like we've progressed when it comes to more females in this industry and in Web3? And have you seen a challenge as being, I hate putting male, female, but there is some sort of, it is a male-dominated industry. I mean, especially I think in this region. So what are the opportunities and challenges, and how can we empower more women? Oh my God, I'm going so women empowerment, but really, like, how can we
Yeah.
empower? Because this is
No,
a
it's
female-founded
valid.
startup,
Yeah.
and there are a lot of
Yeah.
females that work here, and this is Web3. So, and that was one of the things that I found inspiring when I had an interview with you and Nicolette. Actually, shout out to Nicolette, they're Texas girl. But how have you seen the challenges and opportunities, and how do you see the path for women in this industry?
Yeah, when I started in crypto in 2017, there was a statistic that showed that only 5% of Bitcoin holders were women.
Wow.
So like that's a crazy small amount. I'm sure that has grown ever since. But I think the challenges are just kind of making the space a little bit more inclusive. But as the industry is growing, there are more and more women coming in, and I think that in order for us to be successful in women empowerment, rather than having these like, and no offense to any groups out there, but there's a lot of like women empowerment groups that are empty shells. Like they're just leveraging off the fact that they're women in Web3, and they're not really kind of involved in like in making a difference in the industry,
progressing the industry.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
you're just
yeah.
kind of coming across as a crazy feminist
Yeah.
who's like just shouting women empowerment, and that's why
There's
I've
no
been
substance.
exactly that's why
Yeah.
I've been kind of turned away from like the women empowerment narrative in Web3. I think that like it's just let's not just talk the talk, let's walk the walk and show more women that are like building tech and doing amazing things in the space, and let that be the standard rather than these groups of like, yay, we're women empowerment, and yeah, but what are you actually doing?
I agree.
So yeah.
No, I agree with you. No, and that's one of the things that like I can already see it like through the research I've done in Web3. I was like, oh, like there's such a small amount of women that are in this space. But then when you come here and you see, oh, like all these women that are like I can see them actively, they are being proactive in paving the way for women in Web3. And I think they're doing it intentionally.
Yeah,
I
think that women can also take it to their they can leverage off of it a little bit, because there are fewer women in the space, and there are VCs that are constantly looking to back female founded projects. So I think it's just like, get your voice heard, put yourself out there, but you don't need to be like a feminist. You can just kind of you can inspire through action.
Yes. Yeah.
Actions speak louder than words.
100%. That's what I told my husband yesterday. I'm like, baby, actions speak louder than words, okay? That's my new bracelet.
Yeah. So you spoke about some of the hardships that basically took you from your bedroom, which you've said the story so many times, to where we are today.
My mom's kitchen.
Your mom's kitchen.
Yeah.
That was the first I heard.
My mom's kitchen. That's where
crazy.
we started Luna PR.
Now the thing is, right? It's not like other success stories, because you don't have separate investors. You've never raised capital before. You don't have co-founders, although you do have your core team that you started with, and you did start from scratch. It's not like you were a trust fund baby or anything like that, and we're here today, and you're still not satisfied. But I mean that in an entrepreneurial sense, where you're still like hungry. Alpha is laughing. You're still hungry. You're still pushing to grow for more. You're still opening up new companies and new agencies and moving offices in London now and stuff like that. And that's what I meant. But
nice save.
My question is that, were there ever times where when you were envisioning this years ago, when you were in your mom's kitchen or in a bedroom here or in Singapore, right? Wherever you were in the world, were there ever times where you like, through the bear markets, because we've gone through two right now, at least while I was here, were there ever times where you were really close to the brink and saying, I give up, we're not making money, it hasn't worked for this long?
It happens a lot of the times, to be honest. Like,
and how'd you go through it? Like, how'd you get out of that funk?
First of all, I think what you said is right. Like, I'm never going to be satisfied. And I think it's important for entrepreneurs to never be satisfied. Matthew McConaughey gave a talk one time. It's like quite well known. And he said something like, in life, just make sure that there's 3 people that kind of help you define your goals. And that's someone you look to, someone you look up to, and someone you look forward to. And he said that someone who you look to be with is like someone who's like constantly with you. And for me, like, that's Philip. He's like always supporting me. Someone who you look up to is God. Like, I look up to God. I'm like constantly, like, I'm grateful for where I am. I always try to remember like my spirituality behind what I'm doing. And then someone you look forward to, and that's me 5 years down the line. And it's always going to be me 5 years down the line, because I'm never going to be me 5 years down the line. There's always going to be me 5 years down the line. And that speech that Matthew McConaughey gave was like so inspirational to me. And I've been living by that. Like, I'm constantly I'm constantly aiming to be me 5 years down the line. And I visualize who I'm going to be 5 years down the line. And I'm not that person today. It's constantly going to be a better version of me. And it's important to have that goal to look forward to. In terms of kind of giving up and kind of having this feeling, like during the bear market, there were times where I was doing better off of my investments than I was off of this company. And to think about like my investments that were taking like 0 time of my day, it was just like maybe 5 minutes to check up on my investment or a 5-minute transaction that I did versus the 15 hours of me slogging to come to work every single day and working late hours. There were times, of course, where I was like, why am I doing this? Why am I actually doing this? I think that every time that I felt this way, it's been you guys that has like kept me going. It's the team, and the team keeps growing, and so that motivation keeps growing. That I turn back and I'm like, no, I'm doing this because like one day Luna PR is going to be a unicorn, and my team that has been with me from scratch and has helped me get to where I am is going to benefit from this. Like they are going to say that they worked. That's going to be a huge achievement in their lifetimes to say that they worked from the get-go to this unicorn in the making. And I'm telling you, I guarantee Luna PR, Luna Media Corporation is going to be a unicorn. This is not a dream. I have the step-by-step play of how we're going to be a unicorn. We are the WPP of crypto, of Web3. WPP is a company that does 16 to 18 billion dollars in revenue. We are literally them for Web3. And Web3 is not a new industry. Web3 is a revolution. Web3 is a 4th industrial revolution. Yeah. And so all these companies that were great in the 3rd industrial revolution, if they don't adapt, they won't make it to the 4th industrial revolution. And we have already adapted. We are the 4th industrial revolution.
Yeah. We've gone through
and
it.
Every company that started like us in the 3rd industrial revolution, which was the internet.
Social media agencies.
Yeah.
At first, they all said they were going to fail.
Yeah.
And then look what happened. They're the ones who were
exactly
at the forefront of their industry.
But if you think about the 3rd industrial revolution, which was the internet days, if you look at all the companies that started in the 3rd industrial revolution, those were the companies that made the most unicorns. Today, if you look at Amazon and Microsoft, these are all part of the internet boom. Well, crypto, Web3, AI, this is the next boom.
Yeah.
And we are at the forefront of it.
Yeah.
And the way that we're growing, the way that we're sustaining through this company, I have no doubt that Luna Media Corporation is going to be a unicorn in the next 5 years. And trust me, if you look at NVIDIA, it's very possible in Web3 for companies to grow so exponentially. It's not a dream. It's
happening. It's in progress.
It is a strategy. It is projected. It is something that will happen.
Yeah. Yeah. I think because I've known you for a while, I think that statement has gotten less ridiculous to the outside world every year.
I agree with that statement though, but because I can speak from my own experience of understanding what Web3 was when because Killeen, shout out to Killeen, but I knew she worked at Luna. She started early last year, and I remember doing research on Luna before anyone reached out to me, before I applied for a job, and I was like, oh wow, like she's working in the future. And I remember always keeping it in the back of my mind as I was doing my Web 2.0 agency life, and then this year something just kind of clicked for me that I was like, well, I love what I do, and I want to be with the times and understand that this is the future, like social media and the internet, like you're saying, this is what I'm working towards, is the future. So, I mean, that was really one of my inspiring motivators was, you and everyone else working here believe in this. And I was like, well, so do I. What am I doing with Back of the Times? I need to be also advancing as well in my career.
Good move.
Yeah, it's a move. It's a revolution.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy because we spoke about how I got into crypto in the first place in the last episode. And I quit my full-time job like before this because I just wanted to work in crypto. Yeah. And even before coming to Luna, I quit being a forensic accountant full-time, first job.
That was wild.
And then I did an unpaid internship at like a few crypto companies, and I just wanted to be here. And then like, this is my new home, right? This is where I've been for the last nearly 3 years. And talking about anniversaries, smooth transition. We have Lana here. And Lana,
What are you gonna say about
I know.
me?
I'm,
Like, what are you gonna say?
No,
What's
you're-
happening?
Anniversary.
yeah.
Oh my what?
Dating
Oh,
and
yes.
marriage life is
Favorite-
Lana's forte.
Favorite topic.
Web3 is mine. However, between the two of us, I was at her wedding.
Facts,
Yeah.
but I didn't know her yet.
Yeah.
So, Yusuf.
We're coming
Technically,
close.
you did.
Yeah.
Oh, I did. That's right. Because I met Nikki in October of last
did.
year. And I know, right?
before October.
No, it was
Right?
before
Before my
October.
wedding.
Yeah,
You met me
I
before my
did,
wedding.
I did.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my god. And then I saw the stories.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like I
yeah,
saw
yeah.
the stories. Yeah, I saw the Instagram stories. Yeah,
Yeah.
it looked so nice. It was cute. It was
It
cute.
was nice.
It
was
really did look
nice.
beautiful.
As someone who doesn't like attending weddings at all,
What?
I wish that wedding was like 2 weeks long. Like
God,
I
wow.
loved
So much
it. It was
fun.
so much fun. So, yeah, I'm gonna say this. I hope we can keep this in if you allow it. She was still working. Like during the wedding, like we got on an onboarding call on day
Stop.
1 of the wedding.
Oh
like,
my god!
Stop.
I
I won't say the
remember.
client,
I
but,
was
like-
so because we onboarded a client. It
Yeah.
was like bear market. We were like any client. Let's come on.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
we need
yeah.
clients. Like we can't like push clients out by like another month. So I was just like coming out, landed in Bodrum. I'm like, hi, just starting to my wedding.
Yeah.
That's an
It
OG
was-
right there.
Yeah,
That
it
is
was
an OG
crazy.
right there.
Yeah, it was literally day 1 of the wedding. It wasn't even like
Entrepreneurial spirit.
Yeah, I know.
There you
It
go.
was
That's
crazy.
literally it. That's it.
It was
So-
just a phone call. It's
Yeah,
like just
yeah,
a phone
yeah,
call.
yeah, yeah,
You know, like people like make it sound. You're making it so dramatic.
Oh,
Like
no,
it's
I,
just a
did,
phone
I didn't
call.
mind. I was like chilling. This was like a good place to work from.
Like
but
I
like,
didn't have like my laptop and
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
just
yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh yeah. Yusuf
Yeah.
will take this.
Yeah.
yeah.
Mute. Shot.
Let's go.
This bar isn't paying for itself. Yeah. It was actually a very beautiful wedding. We did it in she did it in Bodrum.
Yeah, I'm like, all right. So.
Yeah, wait. She did it in Bodrum, and honestly, like the views were gorgeous. The hotel was empty, so we
had the hotel
Yeah,
tour.
we had
That's
the hotel
sick.
to
That's
ourselves.
so
Club
cool.
corn everywhere.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was such a good experience. But now it's been what 8 months,
Oh my
almost
gosh.
9 months.
Oh my gosh.
How's married life?
What? Like you sound like my mom. Why don't you ask me when I'm having kids next?
I don't know. You're better at asking.
Well,
these
okay,
things.
okay.
It's
so
been,
let me
I
take
hear
it
it
from
all
here.
the time.
Yeah.
Like
Let me
that's
take it
how
from
I know.
Give
Like
me the
my
Web3 stuff.
my 1 year anniversary is
Yeah.
coming up because my mom's like, it's been 8 months.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's been 9 months.
The countdown
Are
starts.
you
Like,
thinking
I'm getting it too.
about the next step?
I'm getting it too. I'm getting it too. I swear I feel you. I'm actually most interested because, like, for me, like, whenever I go through career changes or there's hard times at work and stuff, I'm someone who brings that, unfortunately, at home because my emotions are, like, on my sleeve. Like, it's just who I am. I'm just wondering, do you find a difficult time work, home, or do you sometimes find yourself, you know, like the challenges, the opportunities, whatever is going on at work seeps into your home life too?
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean,
feel like
when
it's
you're an
natural.
entrepreneur,
Like, you have to when you're an entrepreneur,
when
yeah.
you're and I'm sure it happens with a lot of our executives here too, because like we're encouraging this entrepreneurialism.
Yeah.
I can imagine how much it does seep into, you know, home life, but that is, I mean, you can't have your cake and eat it too, right? Like
know,
if
I
you
know.
want that empowerment, if you want the 9 to 5, go work at a organization that allows you that, work in a larger organization,
Yeah.
and they'll give you that. But when you want to be part of this like revolution and this, you know, unicorn in the making, then be prepared to sacrifice if it is a sacrifice to you. For me, work seeping into my home life is not a sacrifice.
Yeah.
Because I love it. I love everything that I do. I love discussing it. I'm fortunate that my husband also works in the industry, so we're able to come home and have a discussion about it. I mean, if we aren't talking about work, we're, you know, twiddling our thumbs and like, what do we talk about
Like,
now?
what are we talking
you
about
know?
now? Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
what do you, lovely weather. Yes,
Yeah.
you know.
Lovely weather.
But it's not just talking about work. Like, we have very like mentally stimulating conversations about like, you know, let's talk about American politics,
Yeah.
or let's talk about you know, just what we saw in the news and how that relates to the industry, or anything new and upcoming. And like, we actually, you know, it's nice to kind of talk about. Yeah, I don't see it as a sacrifice. I think it's a good thing. I think it's just how it's your perception. I think it's your perception. I think this
Yeah.
whole like work-life balance thing is kind of sometimes it's so people have emphasized so much on like compartmentalizing work and life balance, but I don't necessarily see the need to compartmentalize when you really truly love and enjoy what you're doing and you want to bring that back. I think it's fine. It's just how it's your perception. I truly think it's your perception on things.
There's a saying that someone who did a seminar in uni, which perfectly describes what you're saying, is that because in university you have like some idiot kids, including myself at some point, saying, oh, I don't want to work a 9 to 5. I'm too lazy. I'd rather just have my own business, right? And then the guy...
That's the dumbest thing ever. Because like, you don't want to work 9 to 5. Well, be prepared to work 18 hours then.
Yeah.
You know, you're asking me my schedule early on, right? The first question. I wake up, I look at my phone, I answer whatever messages. I use the restroom on my phone. I brush my teeth looking at my phone. I'm like constantly like, everything I do is like, I have a driver so I can look at my phone on my way to work.
You
like
actually have another interview in 4 minutes as well.
it's constant. Like when I'm not working, I'm thinking about work.
Right.
When I'm not thinking about work, I'm sleeping.
Yeah.
You know, like literally.
Yeah.
But
Like,
that's because you're passionate about what you do.
I think you dream
but
about
it's like,
work,
but
though.
it's,
Probably.
I'm passionate, but it's also like you cannot. Like, how can you stop? Like, it's like.
Yeah. So the guy actually said is
Yeah.
like if an entrepreneur is basically someone who's willing to work 24/7 for themselves rather than 10 hours a day for someone else.
Yeah. That's true, though, because you are investing in yourself. But I feel like, I mean, I have been here for a short while, but I do feel like you do create an environment where people want to invest in themselves and constantly strive to be the better versions of themselves. I mean, I can see it.
And then it also depends what kind of entrepreneur you want to be, right? Like I'm aggressive. I want to be unicorn, and I want to be unicorn while I'm young because I want to enjoy my life.
Yeah.
So I'm working my ass off right now. One of my best friends, Louisa, she took over the talent management company when I got into crypto. So she's managing the talent management company, and she has fantastic work-life balance. She travels wherever she wants. She takes vacations wherever she wants. But that is a smaller business. It has its own, like, you know, it's like she's comfortable and she wants to be comfortable. So not everybody wants to become the next unicorn, right? But if you want to become the next unicorn and you're aggressive about your goals and you want to hit a certain, you want to get to a certain level by a certain period of time, then be prepared to work 24 hours for yourself, you know? So
Absolutely.
It just depends what you want.
Yeah, no, definitely. It depends on your goals and what you inspire to be, really.
And we're back.
We have a disheveled space right now, podcast space, in true entrepreneurial spirit and journey.
Yeah.
Our podcast recording was interrupted for Nikki's AMA, but
another podcast is between this podcast.
Yeah. All right, first question. You are the main investor in this podcast. What do you think so far?
Am I an investor? You guys
I mean,
are
this is your space. This is the office.
But you guys are doing it.
I mean, okay, but what do you think so far?
It's amazing.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. All right.
Between both of you, go.
Go. Oh, okay. Like we're doing okay. What's your horoscope?
Gemini.
What's your next destination? You just came back from Texas.
Where am I going next? London for my friend's wedding.
How do you like to spend your free time when you're not talking about crypto, Web3, Luna PR, Luna Media Corp, Studio 36?
What free time? I recently started going to the gym at 6
Okay.
a.m.
At 6 a.m.
Yes.
I think I'm
I'm
putting up
happy
7
about
a.m.
that.
These last days, you're like, everyone's 6 a.m. Like 7 a.m. is like killing me. Okay, that's cool. What workouts are you doing?
So I'm doing lunges. Well, yesterday I
okay.
did lunges, and then I did bicep curls, and then I did shoulders.
Nice.
And I ran.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Nice.
I hope to switch it up. I don't know. I really suck at
Pilates
this.
is like my life right now.
Yeah, I
recently
think
started.
I
really
need like
it.
a trainer or something, someone to help me.
You recently bought a new watch. What's next? What's your next car?
Yusuf, you told me to buy this watch.
I think it's the most beautiful watch in this office.
You told me he's like, this is an investment.
I did not say investment. I did not give investment advice, but yes, it is.
You know what's funny?
Yeah.
You actually noticed watches because I wore a watch to that yacht party the second time I met you. But you were like the next week he was like, why aren't you wearing your watch? I'm like, what are you talking
He
about?
only notices watches.
I was like, how did you even notice that
Only sees
watch?
watches.
Because I wear my
Only-
Apple Watch
yeah.
on day to day, but like, how you even notice that watch?
It's just, he's a watch whiz.
You are a watch
I'll
whiz.
forget someone's name before I forget their watch.
That's actually insane.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
But what's my next investment?
No, what's your next purchase?
My
Like,
next
are you getting a new
purchase?
car?
I mean, I go to Zara every weekend.
Okay, favorite city in the world?
Vegas.
Vegas, really?
Okay, no. Like that's what I'm saying. To have fun, like I'll go to Vegas any day. But like favorite city, I mean, I love Como.
Oh
I love
yeah,
Como,
I like Como.
Lugano vibe. I love like the weather, the crisp mountain
It's
air
very
kind of
calm
thing. Yeah,
and like serene.
Yeah.
and tranquil.
I like that area.
Yeah, but that's like a vacation area. What
Yeah.
about like overall? Just like life-wise?
Like have fun, like Vegas. I just love it. I just love.
You can
like
do
that
Vegas for a
the
weekend
party.
and like that's it.
But that's because you haven't been with me.
That's facts.
Yeah.
That's facts next year.
I know how to do it right.
How
I
is
know
it?
how to do it
Okay,
right.
okay,
I
you know
love
The
what?
how
right
you-
hotel, the right restaurant.
Okay, yeah.
Like I'm a bit bougie in my ways.
Well, that's what I need
I'm
because
like,
I went
yeah,
in college.
and like
it was
you
not
can't do
bougie.
no Vegas not bougie is
No,
disgusting.
It was
It's trash.
disastrous. That's what I'm
It's
saying. It
trash.
was disaster.
I did that before. This
Yeah.
time, you go at the win. You get everything comped. You because you play so much.
Yeah, yeah,
Right,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. There you
But
go.
you
I like
still
that.
make money,
Yeah.
and then you go to the nicest restaurants.
Yep.
I now have an executive host, so I'll get all the bookings done for us.
Great, fantastic.
That's what I'm saying. Come with me to Vegas.
I'm down.
Go to the pool. They
Down.
have a titty pool.
There you
Yeah,
go,
they have a
Yusuf.
titty pool.
All of a sudden.
I know. Me and Moral and Colleen were there like, I don't want to look, but I can't look away. They were like just
Stop
in your
looking.
face everywhere. Especially after Dubai, it was like,
Yeah,
whoa.
yeah, yeah, I'm sure.
You
Huge
know?
culture shock.
It's hot now in Dubai though. This is when I want to get out. I'm actually kind of jealous you're going to London.
Don't you have a home in Mykonos?
Yeah.
Then?
I'm more than down to go.
This is what I mean. Like Nikki would just say like,
Come on,
just do
let's
it.
go.
Yeah.
Oh, what? Like you're following HR rules
Yeah.
or something? You know what? This is one thing that I want to get straight on the record, by
Okay.
the way.
Okay, wow.
All right. Wow.
Everyone thinks that I make HR rules in this company. Do you know HR rules are applicable to me? Have you seen me check in and check out every day? Thank you very much. Yes.
That's actually hilarious.
No.
I
You know
am
what?
on the salary payroll. I have benefits like every other employee, and I also have to follow rules like every other employee.
Do you know what? I'll play devil's advocate here because I joined the company before there was an HR department and
That's
it was
wild,
a different
Evan.
beast back then.
Yeah.
I never left during the sun up like that for like months
Yeah.
until we got HR and then I felt like HR just came to Nikki and said, look, these people have homes to get back to.
And then I was like, oh.
Yeah.
And it was like, look,
Yeah.
you need to send them home
No,
or pay them
there's, like,
overtime. I was
weekends.
like, what? Excuse me?
So HR is actually a good thing. I'm here for it.
HR is. I have mixed views about HR. I do because like sometimes when it's like by the book, it sometimes like works against you.
Yeah, but
Does that make sense?
That's when Nikki comes in. And
True,
acts,
that's true.
that acts
Yeah.
as the cool
Yeah.
aunt.
Yeah.
Like
The
she
cool.
did,
Yeah, I
like
want
she
to be
did with
the
her
cool
nephew.
aunt. But everyone thinks I'm the evil, I don't know, evil stepdad
No, even,
behind
like,
the
literally-
stepmom that tells you what to do.
Well, I don't know. I think I'm a bit too old to call you an aunt, but like, even I'm talking about your nephew. you had a sick, you threw in a sick birthday
Yeah.
yesterday.
I asked him what he wanted for his birthday last week. He said he wanted a red Ferrari.
And what you get
And
him?
so I got him a red Ferrari.
Honestly, it's the best.
Yeah,
it's the best.
Like for
Like I listened.
for 8 hours, I rented a red Ferrari.
Straightforward.
And then I showed up to his school and I was like, I told you I'll get you a Ferrari. And he was like, I meant a toy. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Whoops.
so funny.
But then he's like, I'm going in a Ferrari. To all his friends, I was like, see, there you go.
Aunt Nikki.
I know.
Let's do the outro.
Thank you so much for joining us as our first guest.
It was my pleasure.
Thank you, Nikki. Really, I think I learned a lot about you. I know Yusuf has known you for 4+ years.
I learned quite a lot today. I didn't know you started in your mom's kitchen.
I was like, hey, look,
That was the one thing you learned
I was like,
about
wow.
me.
But I learned like 45
Yeah.
minutes worth of content. Okay, let's say
Yeah.
like 30 minutes worth of content, but like your story is inspiring. Really, it is. Honestly, it's inspiring, and your hustle is empowering.
Thank you so much.
Is that right?
I
know,
right?
right?
I
You're a
like
poet
that.
and you didn't know it.
Anyways, thank you so much, Nikki, for coming on the podcast, guys. If you are enjoying this community of me and Yusuf, of all of you, please like, subscribe, follow us on all social media channels, and we'll see you next
We'll
month.
be everywhere.
Thank
We'll be
you.
everywhere. Bye.
Bye.